and they speak are very strongly in support. I don't really have too many thoughts on them. I think that they're gorgeous. You and Melanie both kind of got the same face cards. She's stunning. She's stunning, stunning, stunning. She's a beautiful person inside and out. I literally couldn't even think of anything bad to say about her. And she's from New York too. She's from...
And let y'all do her makeup and get
an LGBT ally, of course. Guys, I am part of the LGBT. My little brother is gay. Everyone I know is gay. Of course I'm an ally. Can never not be an ally. Is Ice and Riot still together? Honestly, I don't think so, but I don't really care. If he stays with her, he's gonna leave her anyway, eventually. She also, I'm not even gonna say what else she does. She also beats him. She beats the fuck out of him. She physically abuses him. I'm the one that told her not to. Is Riot gay? No, he's not gay. He's not gay. Y'all forgot she dated Aaliyah. Aaliyah and I were just messing around. We never really dated. I was just joking. Then the internet took it seriously and said that we weren't really queer for some reason, and I got mad because why would you say that we're not queer? And said that we were queer baiting, so I ran with it. But we were just fucking around. I like your eyeshadow. Thank you so much. Thank you. Why do you care about Billie getting Starbucks but not Aaliyah? Because when Aaliyah went to Starbucks, she didn't know. She didn't know at the time that Starbucks... I know Aaliyah too well. She would never do that. If she knew that Starbucks was on the boycott list, she wouldn't have done it. She wouldn't have done it. Do you guys have any more questions? How did Ice bully you in high school? Should he hit you or pick physical fights with you? Hell no. You think she could beat me up? You know how tall I am? I'm like 6 foot tall. Nobody could beat me up. And I don't fight anyway. I'm not violent. But what actually happened was I went to an all-white school. So I was the only black girl in my school my entire life. And then when I got to high school, there were like a few other black girls, but not really. There was like maybe 3 or 4 of us or something like that. And Isis was a bully. Everybody who went to school with us knows that. Everybody. Everybody. And anybody that knows me personally knows how much of an angel I am. Thoughts on Normani? She supports Israel. I think that she's really, really, really talented. I wish that she was an independent artist and she wasn't signed. And I don't like that she hangs out with the Kardashian Jenners. Queen, you didn't answer none of my questions. They were good questions. I didn't see them. I'm sorry. Ask me again. What did she bully you about? I don't know how to explain. Isis, she's the kind of person, she's a masochist. She's the kind of person where she likes to take pleasure in people's pain. I'm not even going to tell you guys what she did to my best friend, and I'm never going to expose my best friend's identity, but almost a year ago, or almost 2 years ago, she hired my best friend as her assistant. And I didn't want my best friend to take that job because of how terrible I knew that she would be treated. And she abused my best friend. That's what ended up happening with her too. She doesn't fuck with her either. Nobody that actually knows her in real life fucks with her. Thoughts on Tyla? I think that she's so talented. Why are you friends with her? Because Isis tried to get back in my life. Well, I'm not friends with her anymore, but she tried to get back in my life when I started getting motion, and then she tried to pretend like she was my friend, but she was actually just using my connections the whole time. I'm here for you, sticking up for yourself. Does anyone know where the shirt is from? I think it's from Doll's Kill, I think. I got it a really long time ago. I don't know. It may not be. I'm sorry. I don't remember. Thoughts on Pink Pantheress? I think that she is talented. Did I Spy sell her soul? Guys, you know what's so funny? So my whole entire life, up until very recently, I actually did not know what it actually means to sell your soul. Like, I used to think, like, how the fuck do people sell your soul? Like, how do you sell a soul? But to sell your soul basically means to do something that you know you shouldn't be doing for money. Like, for example, if you know that you would never, I don't even know. It could be anything. If you know that you would never post yourself naked, but then a record label comes up to you and says, I will give you $100,000 if you post your naked body, and you say okay and you sign it and you do it, that's how you sold your soul. I don't know how to explain, but that's basically what that means. It's like you're basically doing things that are not of God, that are actually detrimental to you and to the world, but you're doing it anyway for money. So if you knew how much of a bully she was, why were you friends with her? You know what's so funny? Like I said, I did not want to admit to myself that she was a terrible person. But she did a lot. Why were you laughing with Ice Spice about Doechii? I was never laughing with Ice Spice about Doechii. I said that I didn't like one song. I'm allowed to say that. Doesn't mean I'm allowed to not like every single song that I hear. But I think that Doechii is really sweet and she's really talented. I met Doechii a long time. I met her in 2021 very briefly in like the girls' bathroom. And she was really, really, really sweet. She was really, really, really sweet. And the moment we got back, Isis was complaining about how Doechii complains too much about being dark-skinned and she has to work hard too. And I said, well, Isis, it's not the same. You're never going to understand. You're not dark-skinned. Would you do a meet and greet with all your fans? Probably not. I'm not really that kind of person. What made you decide to start talking about these artists? I actually talk about artists all the time in my personal life because I'm a music nerd and I love music so much and I love the industry. And I'm sad at what Hollywood did to this industry. There's no talent anymore. It's done. Look at the quality of music 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, and look now. Did you see what Lil Nas X said? Hell no. And even if he said something, I'm not responding to him because that would be the most exciting thing that he gets all day. And by the way, it's better for him if he doesn't because I have proof of what I'm talking about. Ice gives a quick ass first and starts to twerk. I actually like her music a lot. I just don't like that she sells her body. What about Cardi B? How do you feel about her? I feel that Cardi B, I don't know her, but I think that she's a real celebrity because she talks about real issues. And I like that she cares about talking about certain issues. When do you think the Civil War is going to happen? I think the Civil War is going to happen as soon after this election. And if you actually look at what's happening in the world and you pay attention to politics, there's nobody that doesn't believe that that's going to happen. Literally, Elon Musk came out just a few weeks ago and talked about how he thinks there's going to be a next 9/11. He said actually something much worse than 9/11. He said that he thinks that something much worse than 9/11 is going to happen very soon in this country. And I totally think so. New York is a mess. Do you know how New York is right now? Police everywhere, crime